here is Chief Meteorologist Chase Jones.
Ooh, I was not kidding about those high winds making their way in, but I didn't see a dust storm, so at least I got that wrong, and I don't think anybody's going to be upset about it. Now, if you hear it in the voice, the dry weather is fighting with me along with those allergen scores. Hopefully, I'm not getting too sick from Zoe or anybody else, but I'm going to go ahead and chug some emergency or some other immune-boosting things as this colder weather starts to make its way in, so bundle up, everyone, because with this colder air and these higher winds, I promise you, we're going to be below freezing by tomorrow. A cold end to a warm week now, all the way down into those upper 60s. Last night feeling like the beach out there, then only up about 10 degrees into those lower 70s with that colder air. You're getting a better idea of just how cold it's going to be, but everybody else is about to see a monster winter storm. But down here in the Concho Valley, nothing but cold, clear skies for the next couple days. 70 in San Angelo, everybody else in a healthy combination of lower 70s, if not those upper 60s across the entire area. Can you tell where I'm looking for the shades of blue to make their way in from the northwest? Look how cold that is getting and how fast it is. 71 over there in Coleman, 73 in Ballinger for our hot spot, 75 over there in Mason, 68 way up there in Sterling City, so about 7 degrees across the entire Concho Valley for a windy day. Now dew points back down there in those 30s, while humidity indices are in those 30s all the way down into those 20s, so still holding on to some drier weather, especially in those lower elevations as some of that moisture heads up towards the northeast. Now the upper level pattern showing us where the high winds are finally on their way out, and that high pressure really going to linger off towards the west coast, so some colder air is going to try to make its way down on the eastern side of that high pressure right around the Rocky Mountains. Look how intense that gets all the way down from the north, so we are definitely on the cool down. I promise you, we're not going to see any warm weather for a while now, for a couple weeks actually. Atmospheric moisture showing us where the cold air is sliding off towards the north and off towards the east, but off the west coast, still getting a better idea of that dry air that's pushing all the way offshore into the eastern Pacific. Now the temperatures are showing us where the Arctic air is really going to linger around the Rocky Mountains for a while, even during daytime heating, really not warming up that much, pushing all the way down to Corpus Christi and those coastal regions. So bundle up because it's going to get pretty cold for a while. I'm not kidding about the cold weather the same way I'm not kidding about these winds. Now severe weather outlook has slid off towards the east and is showing up around the Rocky Mountains, or at least the Four Corners, so going around the state of Texas again. But down at the surface, look at the size of this circulation, a little bit of severe weather and a whole lot of snow popping off around the Four Corners, if not the Rocky Mountains. Now the next wave is on its way in as it combines with that Arctic air. Here comes the Futurecast. Take a good look at the size of this ice storm, if not this winter storm, pummeling across parts of the eastern coast. I'm fighting with this stuffy nose right now, but of course the high pressure and the colder air are going to linger around the Concho Valley. Look how it just holds itself off. But if I'm going to let you guys know, this is where I'm looking for severe weather season, right along this line. So tonight, all the way back down into those upper 30s. Please bundle up if you have to go outside because it's going to be near freezing. Then tomorrow things will finally calm down, but at least it's the end of that first full week, so it might as well be half day Friday because we're going right back down near those freezing levels. So we're practicing space heater safety right after practicing all that hot weather safety. Then here comes that cold weather for quite a while, all the way down to those 50s. Then we're on the warm up, but not that warm, all the way up into those lower 70s, while those overnight lows hover around those freezing levels. Stay tuned on more of the break. You're watching KSAN News at 5.